Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on of war Soulstorm this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 3 vs 3 on gear. Playing on Team 1 as the Sisters of Battle, we have got Hazard. We've got the Kez 1998, God imagine being that young. And we've got the Occultist. Whereas on Team 2, playing as the Eldar, we've got Julius Caesar, we've got the Blast Furnace, and we've got AG91. So here we are. I do believe that this game was recorded in the year of our Lord 2020. Way back when in the past, when the big cough was going around. And yeah, as I've said before in the previous faction war game, there aren't many of these knocking around, so I've decided I'm going to try my old hand at maybe fixing that, remedying it if you will. Now the more astute of you will notice that on the channel there have been a lack of games going on, maybe one every 2 days now. That's because of some work related things, don't worry, all positive. But that does mean that I've got slightly more time on my hands to maybe potentially play some games. So every 2 weeks, Faction War Friday, it's going to be a thing. I know I've said it before, but this time I definitely mean it. So this game is going to go up on a Thursday, so if you're watching it on the day that it goes up live, the following day, on a Friday, I'll be on the Discord playing some games. Hopefully we'll be getting some games of this caliber on the go. And speaking of the caliber, we've got blooming triple Sisters of Battle, and I do believe everyone is going to go for Seraphins. Yes, this could be a very mobile force up against the Aeldari, which is... You know what I mean? They are normally the ones that are being the swift and nimble ones, but not today. Septuple Seraphins will be coming on down, which I don't know how the Eldar are actually going to deal with it. I mean, they could get out a whole bunch of whatchamacallums, Dark Reapers, but I don't think that will help them yet, because the Seraphins can stand up in close combat. But Julius Caesar and AG91 have gone for a Ranger squad, which will break morale very quickly, negating the damage being done. Also got the shadow of a support platform being placed here. So definitely the Aeldari are going to be on the defensive for the openings of this game. Yep, all 3 of the Aeldari players have gone for the Rangers. Also, we've seen Blast Furnace got a plasma grenade research. So if these ladies, you know, get a little bit too close for comfort, throw some plasma at them, ruin their day. And the Rangers, while they don't do an amazing amount of damage, their mainstay damage is the morale damage. You know what I mean? There's 8 of them, and there's a limited amount of Seraphins. So I don't think the Sisters actually are going to fare all that well, unless, of course, to bring all of the Seraphins up together and basically jump on one Aeldari player. But it seems that they're all just being a little bit aggressive in their own rights at this present moment in time. Now, as the game goes on, I do believe that the Aeldari will be having a field day, as they've basically got something to counter all of the Sisters' stuff. Depends really on how the Sisters plan to play this, how they are going to transition away from the Seraphins. I assume it's going to be Celestians, but will the Celestians be enough to go up against all the Dark Reapers that the Aeldari could bring to the field? I suppose if the Seraphins do manage to survive long enough, also the Missionary is coming down to be able to spot the infiltrated Rangers. Pretty useful. And the Rangers, as is the Eldar way, do not like taking a punch. They're more than happy to give out the punches, but when they're on the receiving end, they are less than happy. Thankfully, like I said, the Seraphins aren't exactly the tankiest of ladies, but maybe hovering around this... Is it heavy cover? It is indeed heavy cover. And when you're in melee combat, you do get a little bit of a range damage defense bonus. That is something, but not wide enough to fit that many ladies in there. So just falling back at the moment. They do seem to have the map control, capturing or at least defending both of these relics here for the moment. Over on the top left hand side though, we do have AG91 pushing out with some of the Guardians, which the Seraphins will probably want to deal with at some point. Thankfully though, the Guardians will be there forever, essentially. I mean, look, the health bar is not going to go down anytime soon on those listening posts. Also going to get a fortified position add-on, so some fiery bits being thrown towards the Guardians will knock them back, I imagine. Relic has not been finished by Occultist. Got to make sure that he keeps away from these Guardians. Over here, got some Seraphins being a bit of a nuisance. Probably want to go for the Burn Singers, but the Burn Singers are hiding around the support platform. And there's not enough Seraphins to really weather the storm there. Got some Guardians pushing these ladies back. Well, ladies and one singular mister. At the moment, how's the tech going for everyone? No one is in tier 2 for the sisters. Tier 2 popping for AG91. And that is about it, really. He's the only one who's decided that tier 2 is the way he's going to go. Seraphins taking down a burn singer or two. Rangers charging on forward. Julius Caesar not bothering to go for the infiltration research on his rangers there. Much like the ancient general of old. You know, just stand in the way. No point hiding. Take the battle directly to them. And spanking red, good sir. Well, I mean, the yellow, but doesn't quite fit the Roman aesthetic. I think some Romans were yellow. Actually, no, I lie. If I remember, Rome Total War, the original one, the best one, there were red Romans, blue Romans, and green Romans. And that was that. And purple ones, I suppose. Either way, that's a lot of sisters. That's a lot of Seraphins. And the moment these ladies hit tier 2 and they get that angelic visage, great pain will be brought forth onto the Aeldari, but a couple of Falcon grav tanks, I imagine, should be able to shake them off. Won't be doing life-changing damage, but the vehicle armour should certainly keep them alive. Yeah, going to swap out the Bright Lance for a Star Cannon. One of the few infantry transporting vehicles that come up with some anti-vehicle weaponry, which is quite a unique feature. Sisters now engaging in glorious hand-to-hand combat. We do have a Cannoness with her Inferno pistol off in the distance. Yeah, it's nice to see that the sisters have finally decided to mass their power into one side. I'm now seeing a Fire Dragon squad. For what reason? AG91. Is it because you're heavy infantry? I don't think so. I see. Jump inside a Falcon grav tank, move over somewhere else and bash things, forcing these sisters to go back in a defensive kind of capacity. That is what I assume you're going to go for. Also vehicle hollow field research to increase the armour and such. There we go, falling back as these ladies were distracted. But there's still plenty of Seraphins inside the base. Tier 2, finished for Occultist, so he's got the Seraphim Veteran Superior. Another Inferno pistol to be made use of. But the other dudes and dudettes, not quite having them at the moment. Do have one mad lad squad of Guardians inside the base. What's your function? Assume it was to kill the Ecclesiarchal Servitors. And on a hunt they continue to be. Here's one squad of Celestians. But the Guardians not going to take any heed of that. They're on a mission. And these poor Servitors are running away as best they can. Attempt to build up a Holy Reliquary. One advantage that the sisters have is that their heroes are pretty decent. All things considered. A missed plasma grenade, very unfortunate. A misclick, a misinput, if you will, from the blast furnace. A very rare case of misinput. Sisters engaging combat with the Listing Shrine as a Falcon grav tank flies off away and away, and there we are, those Fire Dragons breaking down the plasma generator. Over here, a powerful fighting force of sisters continue to wage war. Now got Celestians from Hazard. Hazard? I don't know how to pronounce that. Hazard. Yeah, surely that's how you would pronounce it. I can read. One Ranger. Go on, Sunshine. Get involved. Take him down. Oh, no, the missionary. Boo you, man. Well, the glorious last stand of the Rangers. They've all gone down. Their Spirit Stones will make a fine addition to the Infinity Circuit. And a couple of squads of Dark Reapers. And that's going to be a real pain for the Seraphins to deal with. They will maybe snag a Listing Shrine for potentially running away. Celestials, though, they are going to go for a couple of anti-vehicle weaponries. But will they be able to get any shots off with all this firepower coming in? Did you do some damage? I think you killed one plasma generator with your Fire Dragons. The Seraphins continuing their assault. Got a Burnsinger repairing things, but he's dead now. And now I've got a couple of Celestian squads down here breaking up the Listing Shrines. Yeah, sorry, one squad of Seraphins, one squad of Celestians. A couple of Dark Reapers to show them the bad door. Get away, women. I almost get squad wipe on the Seraphins. Very unfortunate. Nice use of the repairing feature of the Burnsinger. Going to keep that Falcon grav tank going for a lot longer than otherwise necessary. Another Seraphim squad surviving narrowly a squad wipe there. Massive pain in the backside for the Aeldari. But as expected, both factions using swift maneuvers and tactics to get out and about. Got things been thrown. Oh dear, a frag grenade been thrown. Well, not frag, a crack grenade been thrown at the Falcon Grav tank. Means that the Dark Reapers are going to walk all the way home. Angelic Visage pops off. All that increased damage been thrown towards the Dark Reapers, not what they were to be. Attempting to build up a plasma generator. Why? What's the blast furnace? He sees a chance, right? My economy will be here. Gosh darn it. There we go. I mean, at least I suppose it distracts them for a little bit. I mean, why not, eh? Grav tanks holding them at bay, but the Dark Reapers have gone down. We'll attempt to rebuild some more. Big assault going off on the right-hand side there as Julius Caesar, with a good mix of troops here. For all the Eldar do want to have that mixture of troops, considering that all their infantry units basically fulfill one battlefield role at a single time. Hyper-specialised on their own. They don't do much. But wombo comboed between each other. The mighty force they make. Warp Spiders now out on the field will be able to keep on top of the Seraphins if they manage to get their jumping juice timed just correctly. Support portal looks like it's going to be focused down by the Celestians here. But these ladies are very expensive to replace. Actually, no, you're not expensive to replace. 45 blue and 10 green. Snap your hands off for that kind of deal. But unable to run away the same way as the Seraphins will. Very unfortunate. These two squads are more than likely going to go down. Slow retreat as the Canoness and one lady, now she's left on her own. Very unfortunate. We now have the Aeldari continuing their rage inside of the occultist base. But it does seem that splitting up the Canoness and the Celestians just to chase around one squad each. I've got the Confessor in. Inferno pistols do remarkable damage on the move, considering their high level of accuracy. So running away from a couple of models with Inferno pistols, not a terrible idea. Canoness seems to have got some glitter in the eyes of the Warp Spiders. Down over here. Continuing to retreat. Don't think she'll make it this time. Of this concentration of fire. Down over on this side there. The Aeldari struggling with these Seraphins still inside their base. Also, plenty of listing shrines being decapped from across the board here. Really quick economy check. 1, 19 and 40, 98 and 30, and 62 and 30 compared to 68 and 30, 92 and 39, and 64 and 53. So the Aeldari, oh gosh lord, that was a quick economy check. Probably the first one I've done in my casting career, but the Aeldari really struggling with their economy at the moment. Seem to have, on paper, a stronger fighting force, but can they keep things reinforced? No, dear, oh dear. Aspect Portal about to potentially go down. Firing in everyone. Warp Spiders coming out of the Falcon Grav tank. And still the Seraphins managed to get out of there. Now got the Rhino to give the additional maneuverability to the Celestians. Good lord, all that firepower coming in. And one squad of Celestians been wiped off the face of the planet. Rhino transport being held in by a cheeky warp gate there. Not sure who was placing that there. But it's all apparently legal. All apparently legal. Also the Confessor coming in for a second slice. But that was just too much. Down over here the sisters have managed to hold off the Aeldari for their own accord. Plenty of anti-vehicle weaponry being fired at both sides here. Not the most optimal fight, but good lord, is it a pretty thing to look at. Beams from both sides, like horizontal lightsabers, poking people in the chest. Well, they're all dead. Now the Aeldari are going to fend for themselves. Oh, you're like a bumblebee colour scheme. I like that. That's very cool. Well, they've got the infantry to deal with these two squads of Celestians. Over here, another big engagement. Just big engagements left and right, boys and girls. Agility Visage from the Serafins. But I don't think it's enough. The Aeldari have got that critical mass of Warp Spiders. And those Dark Reapers as well. Sisters might have to start transitioning into maybe some sort of vehicle play. I know an Exorcist would be pretty good for the AoE knockback. Maybe a Lightning Fighter for flanking maneuvers inside the base. Just force the Aeldari to go back home and defend. I like the idea of the Rhino, just to keep the maneuverability. Maybe even a Penitent Engine just to charge forth and slap people in close combat. We do have a couple of Manufactorums. But yeah, Kez going to go for one. Occultist hasn't got one at the moment. It's going to go for Pristine Sanctuary. And more Celestians. I suppose that's the sister plan really, isn't it? It's just, we're not winning. Quick, buy more Celestians. That will do us some good. It's not a terrible idea neither. Just the only major problem with Celestians is that you've got a limited amount of ladies inside of each squad. Yeah, it's 6 in total. And one of them is a Veteran Superior. One of them's an Omega Fire. So pound for pound in comparison to the Warp Spiders, who can get a grand total of 9. You know, I mean, are you getting the maximum bang for your buck in a infantry-specific unit composition? I don't know, boys and girls, I don't know. They are pretty strong ladies, all things considered. And one thing, if the Confessors or the Sisters can get off some serious smites, the amount of damage that they'll be able to do. Look at that, right on top. An incredible amount of damage. In fact, killing both Falcon Grav Tanks. Serafins jumping on in. Warp Spiders repositioning themselves. Managed to just get a little bit of glitter thrown around everywhere. Don't think that the Warp Spiders actually got there. I think the glitter was thrown just as they were traversing through the warp. But now being split up. Sisters occupying the centre. Pushing also on multiple fronts here. Dark Reaper's going to have to make the long way walk all the way around this side. Dear oh dear. We'll be fending them off. Falcon Grav Tank goes down again. Another one popping forth and falling back. Now the Sisters have got the Aeldari on the run. Talk about the critical mass of Warp Spiders. They've now got the exact same in the form of Celestians. Any kind of vehicle that come anywhere near them, instant death more or less. All those Inferno pistols as well, if I can get my words out. It's doing incredible damage. Done a bit of mischief towards the buildings. Will now fall back a little bit. Also got an engagement going on over here. Got the Wraith Lord coming in for a punch, but I don't think vehicles will do these guys very much. Maybe some Vipers for long-range AoE knockback, as the Eldar do seem to struggle with all four. They don't have any artillery, do they? No, I don't think they do. But see a council from AG91. Don't know how I feel. I mean, they've got commander armour, so they're a lot tankier than your standard Aeldari. Able to occupy the centre. Also got a Wraith Lord just going about his wicked and foul business. Down over near Julius Caesar's base there. It's all gone to shit, really, if you pardon my French. Lost all his boys. We'll need some support from someone else. How much money do you have, Julius Caesar? The Senate not spending the money correctly. It's all gone on bread and circuses, I'm afraid. Much like the Aeldari of old. Before She Who First came onto the field. There's the Exist. There's the AoE knockback. Where are those missiles landing? Oh, a beautiful smite. Look at that. Just a fistful of dead Dark Reapers there. Now going to fall back. They've done the damage. And I suppose they don't really need to push in, because these guys are killing Julius Caesar. While all this fighting is going on, the Aeldari just completely negating their friend down here. I mean, they are going to rebuild some bits and bobs in this side of the map here. Yeah, non-good. Double plus non-good, as George Orwell would say. Dark Reaper's now not quite got the staying power that they do towards the late game. Glitter being thrown everywhere. Serafins coming in for the kill. Warp Spiders returning to this side of the battlefield as they see a council of 6 members charge on in. Several engagements going on. Angelic Visage as a flanking force of Celestians with their Confessor. March on forward. Can they get another smite off? Right in the middle of these warp spiders. Seraphine's chasing away the Aeldari forces there. Now on all sides. There goes the glitter, reducing the ranged accuracy. But that being said, they're doing a mighty damn fine job. Now they're probably outnumbered, but the fact that they were able to hold the line there as long as they did, remarkable stuff. Sisters continuing the push. One squad, the last of Julius Caesar's fighting forces, doing what they can. Soul Shrine from Blast Venice goes down. It just seems that they fought right well. The only thing we could do at this point in time is just try and occupy the centre and maybe try and crack open these other sisters while Caesar held the line, but maybe leaving it a little bit too long. Couldn't really leave the front line though, because the moment they fell back, the sisters were then pushed in. They're still really struggling with their economy there. At the moment, Caesar's got 0 and 0. He's got 69 requisition. Way, that's the meme number. It's the bane of all maths teachers and people who work in Maccadees on a Saturday night, 2 o'clock in the morning. Apparently in some Maccadees they've removed the number 69 because it just causes too much issues. That number turns up, all the drunk patrons just go wild. Fair enough there. It's a funny number. We'll take it. Celestian's now marching towards AG-91's base. And it's looking a bit shite for the Aeldari at the moment. One listing shrine goes down. As the warp spiders fall back, waiting for additional reinforcements. Go in for a big jump. Blitzing down these ladies as quickly as they can. It's all the hope that they've got. Smite comes in there. They don't quite teleport the way. Thankfully the warp spiders are a little bit tankier than your regular Aeldari. Oh, but a second smite, that'll do it. That'll cause some issues. Yeah, they were healthy before, but they're less so now. Reds and yellows everywhere. And just Occultist doesn't care about what these guys are doing. He's like, right, I'm going to go on the bottom right flank. Now we'll keep on pushing. And I'll get knocked back, but then the moment you stop, I'm going to come back again. A war of attrition
6 minutes until
going towards the sisters. All these shiny bits. Plasma generators go down. Blast furnace. How much money do you have? Not much at all. Although, mind you, though, the Aeldari are here chasing away these sisters. But I suppose, again, they don't need to win. All they need to do is just distract enough of the Eldar just to allow Occultists to do the damage. They're forcing the Foul Xenos to watch with their left hand while they slap with their right. A valid tactic indeed in a team match. I think that the Eldar here were just dogged with a poor control of their own economy when the sisters came down to break some of their listening shrines. I mean, wonderful unit composition. Definitely getting those hits in where they need to. Amazing micro from all the players as well. But I think just leaving their ally on the bottom right to their own fate was probably not the situation that they wanted. But what else could they do, really? The moment they'd pull away from something, the Seraphins and the Celestians would have jumped straight on top of them. So there we go, wonderful match from all these players. Like I say, tomorrow, of game of this recording, Faction War Fridays, once every 2 weeks I'm going to try, and then maybe ramp up Discord activity in the near future. Who really knows, but come on, link subscription, have a game, have a play, have a grand old time when that happens. And yes, thanks boys and girls for watching at home, and if you want to support the channel, Patreons and stuff, link subscription, see you in a bit, peace!